I never thought a marriage could end quietly, without screaming or slammed doors, without one final argument that made everything obvious. I believed endings were loud, messy, obvious, but mine began with a suitcase and a smile. My wife, Eleanor, told me she was taking a short vacation with her family. A coastal town, rented house, long walks, nothing dramatic. She kissed my cheek before leaving, told me not to work too hard, promised to bring me something back. I stood in the driveway and waved as her car disappeared, trusting a woman I had shared 11 years with. Trust is funny like that. It doesn't vanish all at once. It dissolves slowly, usually after it's already useless. The first few days were normal. We texted casually, photos of beaches, dinners, sunsets. I replied between meetings, asked how her parents were, told her the house felt too quiet. On the fourth night, something shifted. She stopped replying quickly. Her messages became shorter, delayed, oddly distant. I told myself not to read into it. Long days, bad reception, family time. That's what a reasonable husband thinks. That's what I thought. Then a message came through that wasn't meant for me. A name flashed across her lock screen in a reflection she accidentally sent. Callum, not her brother, not a cousin, a name I'd never heard before. I didn't confront her immediately. I didn't accuse. I didn't panic. I waited. That's my nature. I've always been the man who observes before he speaks. Over the next 2 days, pieces fell into place without effort. Social media photos from people she followed but never mentioned. A tagged location she claimed she hadn't visited. A comment from a man thanking her for an amazing week. I didn't need more. The story wrote itself. She hadn't gone on vacation with her family. She had gone on vacation with her family and her lover. That distinction mattered more than I expected. I slept surprisingly well that night. Not because I wasn't hurt, but because something inside me went quiet. The part that constantly tried to maintain peace, to understand, to fix things, simply shut off. When Eleanor called the next morning, cheerful and relaxed, I answered like nothing had changed. I asked about her day. I listened. I said I missed her. I meant it, but not in the way she thought. I missed the woman I believed she was. That woman was already gone. While she enjoyed her remaining days, I made decisions. Calm ones. I reviewed our finances, our accounts, our obligations. I contacted a lawyer recommended by a colleague and scheduled a consultation. I packed my personal documents, clothes, and items that mattered to me. Not out of rage, out of clarity. I didn't leave a note. I didn't feel the need to explain myself to someone who had explained everything through her actions. The day Eleanor returned, I was already gone. My phone was off. My email auto-reply stated I would be unreachable for a few days. I checked into a small apartment I'd leased quietly the week before. Clean, empty, peaceful. That night, I sat on the floor and felt the weight of what I had done settle in. It wasn't triumph. It wasn't devastation. It was acceptance. I had removed myself from a reality that no longer respected me. Her messages started the next morning. Confused, panicked, apologetic, then angry, then desperate. She claimed it was a mistake, a lapse, that it didn't mean anything, that I was overreacting. I didn't respond. Silence was not a tactic. It was a boundary. 2 days later, her sister called, then her mother, then an unknown number that left a voicemail full of accusations and tears. I listened once. I deleted it. I didn't know anyone a performance of paying. People assume leaving requires hatred. It doesn't. It requires self-respect. Eleanor didn't cheat because something was missing in our marriage. She cheated because something was missing in her. I couldn't fill that void, and I wasn't willing to disappear trying. Love without loyalty is just familiarity. Marriage without respect is just paperwork. Weeks passed. The quiet remained. I learned how little I needed to feel whole. Mornings without tension. Evenings without suspicion. No wondering who she was texting or why her smile didn't reach her eyes anymore. I wasn't lonely. I was lighter. Occasionally, I felt sadness, but it didn't own me. It passed like weather. Eventually, through lawyers, I learned the rest. Callum was married too. His life collapsed faster than mine. Eleanor tried to reach me one last time, asking to talk, to explain, to apologize properly. I declined. Closure is a myth people use to reopen doors that should stay closed. I had all the answers I needed. I didn't leave to punish her. I left to preserve myself. The man who waved goodbye in that driveway believed in something that no longer existed. The man who walked away when she returned understood something deeper. Betrayal doesn't deserve confrontation. It deserves consequences. And sometimes, the most powerful statement you can make is leaving without saying a word.